Hey guys, this is James.
And this is Denny from TDB, bringing you Weirdos episode 160.
Why you gotta make fun of us, man?
We're all weird.
That's true. Yeah. I'm weird, you're weird. You guys are
definitely weird.
73. Yeah, you're probably weirder
you're
than
weird,
us because you're watching
exactly,
us.
Exactly. You're weird plus...
Please continue to watch this episode.
So, what do we got, James?
Yeah, so we have some tea that was generously sent to us from Cliff 3 Tea. So it was sent to us while I was gone. So it's been here sitting out, hanging out in Seattle for a while. But Cliff 3 Tea is a vendor that I've been very excited to try. They have a lot of Wuis that would sort of fit into that premium, very nice category of Wuyi teas. And so this is the first one that I've tried, first one Denny's tried. So this is our first take live on the camera of Cliff 3 Tea.
And this was a 2015 Rougui.
Yep, Huaxiang Rougui.
Wow.
And I don't even know exactly what that means.
So we got an 8-gram sample. This looks like it's about 4
Yep.
that I'm using right now. I've been doing a little bit of a lighter Wuyi. Give that a smell. Holy hell, that is so fragrant.
Very aromatic.
Oh my god. Smells great.
So you still definitely get a little bit of roast in the aroma, and you would expect that to die down a little bit over the years, but still really a complex, sort of like floral, very sweet aroma.
Absolutely.
Coming off of that.
Yeah, it smells amazing. And that's coming off of the cup after we've just done a hot rinse of the cup. So
Yep.
we're going to get even a different aroma, hopefully, off of this.
And looks very clean, too.
It does. I'm going to actually, but I will make sure to use this as a rinse. Although, wow, it is really clear. Okay, well, let's do one rinse. This thing could also get a cleaning. Oh my god. Oh, get in there and smell it, man. I think if people smelled that smell, having never had a fancy tea before, they'd be like, "What is this?" And then you tell them that it's tea, and then they'd be like, "What kind of plant does it come from?" Because it's so different than not only have they ever smelled something like this, but they've never even seen this color of tea before. So talk about just a unique experience.
Yeah.
Us tea weirdos know too much about this stuff, and
Absolutely.
the average layman would not be used to something this potent.
So I can tell already that this is going to be on the lighter roasted side of the Wuyi teas.
Yeah, it's looking a little green, actually.
Which should be interesting. Definitely a lot of aroma coming off it. Not as much roast as I would expect for something from 2015. But so it's brewing up kind of an orangey color.
I'm going pretty light, and I'm using less leaf than I think James would.
Yeah, I was about to use the whole thing.
I was like, whoa there, buddy.
Next episode, guys.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
A lot of the aroma, obviously with the first taping, isn't going to translate, but I'm surprised, actually. It's got more of a rock taste than I would expect, because it smells so sweet and a little bit of that kind of cassia bark thing. And
yeah, we're definitely getting straight to the sort of like mineral rockiness.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
definitely tastes like a rock tea.
Which is interesting because, like I was just saying, it's a strong, distinct aroma, and then again, if you're a tea noob and you try this for the first time, you're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
So, but this is the characteristic. This is Wuyi,
And despite Denny going a little bit lighter than I normally would on there, we have a really nice, full, complex body.
I agree.
And definitely some of those sort of caramel sweetness sort of things coming out that you could kind of smell in the aroma as well.
But I will say, I don't get fruitiness or floralness that much as a sweetness flavor.
Maybe a little bit of floralness, but not overly so.
Yeah.
And not, I would agree with, definitely no fruit.
Yeah. Product placement.
Yeah.
What if we did that? That'd be ridiculous. Just have You know, like eventually when sponsored athletes have like
Adidas shirt.
Yeah, they have like the Adidas,
Yeah.
and then they have like the insurance company,
Yeah.
and then like the U.S. Postal Service.
It's like the Dai logo is like tattooed to my forehead.
Exactly. Yeah, you're just covered in like poor.
Yeah. Garb.
Yep. It'd be beautiful. Okay, so I gave this just a tad bit longer.
And it does look a bit darker.
Yeah, it's getting a little more red. A
Yeah.
little more red, but a little deeper. This I would hope to brew out a solid 6 times.
Mm-hmm.
And then Wuyi's, these sort of twisted oolongs are going to lose their punch a little bit more quickly. They're also going to get to you a little bit more quickly, too. So you're going to have 6 true steepings as opposed to maybe 8, and the first and the last are a little bit,
Watery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually getting a little bit more of the roast now.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit. It's nice. That rock flavor is really pleasant. Just like
Very minerals, yeah.
just like a subtle sweetness. It's not earthy in the same way that like a whiskey or a smoky peaty lap song kind of a thing would be. It's more of this unique rock taste. You guys have to try Wuyi if you haven't. Oops, it's going all over the place.
Fairly straightforward, honestly. It leaves a strong sort of sweetness lasting in the mouth.
How's the tannin and all that?
Pretty well balanced. I wouldn't say it's overly tanniny or anything like that. What about you?
I think so too. I think this is the right brewing parameters. Look at how green it is, and this isn't how you normally do it, but it really has greened up, right?
It really has, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can definitely tell for these recently processed Wuyis sort of like how strongly roasted it was by like just the color that it becomes as it brews out.
Absolutely.
And so like the more lighter roasted ones will, even though they'll look brown or very dark as dry leaf, they'll look very green potentially.
And do you notice the green when you age these teas? Do you notice there's a change in the pigment of the leaves?
I would guess that it would get darker, but I'm not 100% sure. It might be one of those things where if you keep it in a pretty, like you keep it in this thing, it might always look fairly green. By the end of it, I don't know if it would actually get darker.
We'll cut to a close up of this so you guys can really see the difference
definitely
here. But
sort of like a olive green is the color off of that.
God, Aroma is just so strong. It almost reminds me of a Phoenix in the aroma to taste difference.
Yeah.
This is a particularly aromatic Wuyi.
A lot of florals off of it too,
Yeah.
or especially now, sort of like a Phoenix would. Cheers.
Cheers.
Good solid body
Yeah, it's getting
throughout
bolder.
the whole time.
And like, just nice. There's a good depth to those. Again, it's kind of that rock taste.
So just sits like kind of at this part of your mouth, towards the back, not at the absolute back.
Yeah, your cheeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is good. This to me, so this feels very classic. I'm not getting a lot of unique surprises off of this, which is good and bad. If you want something that's a little bit wacky, this isn't the tea for you.
Yep.
If you're used to a Wuyi, this is going to be right smack dab in the center.
Yeah.
In a good way. So just keep that in mind out there, folks. Just the tiniest little bit of bitterness at the very, very end of it. Getting that on the tip of my tongue. We'll do this. This is going to be the last one.
Cool.
Heating up here.
Yeah. So what do you think of this tea in general?
I think it's good. I think it's like, I put it right in that like classic exemplary Wuyi flavors category. You know, this isn't. We talk about teas being in sort of the typical flavor profile that you would expect out of that tea, and then teas that upset that profile in good or bad ways. You know, maybe it's too young or it's lost some of its flavor because it's aged too long, and then it's supposed to be a fresh tea. But this one is very much smack dab in the center, this is the classic Wuyi flavors. If you're gonna, introduce somebody to a Wuyi, I would say this would be a great tea to start with.
Yeah, very friendly. I would agree with that last statement for sure.
Yeah. How about you? What do you think overall?
Yeah, I would say it's pretty good. I tend to, I think, gravitate more towards the more heavily roasted ones, just personally speaking, and like them to be rested for a couple of years or something like that. But that's kind of being a little bit nitpicky and unfair to this tea, because I think this tea is, fine and plenty enjoyable, and I can certainly enjoy this session right now.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a, I think that the roast does die off as you age these teas, and that can be something to look for. So if you're looking for that, looking for a little bit of a, you could either get something that's more roasted that will age better because of the being more roasted, or you can get something that's a little bit lighter roasted that you drink a little bit more quickly. Both are not going to have that roasted flavor as much, but the complexity for something that would have been aged and maybe has lost a little bit of that flavor but gained something else versus something that's just kind of young and fresh and quick to drink. So
yeah, and I would say that the sweetness of this and the body of this are very nice. The body of it has been consistently thick, and it just sort of maintained like a growing presence of sort of sweetness in my mouth. So
yeah, getting good energy off of it too.
Very positive.
Guys, check out Cliff 3 tea.
Yep.
They have some really cute packaging, which is always fun to be really fancy with.
And also, one minor note to those that are not shopping from Singapore, they are Singapore-based, so when you see the amount of dollars that it costs, you've been misled because it is Singapore dollars. So go on to the bottom left and change it to US dollars, and the number should be a little bit less overwhelming.
Good call.
I was like, whoa, this tea costs $200.
All right, so next time we are going to do another Wuyi, and until then, where can folks learn more about tea, James?
Yeah, they can come check us out at tdb.org. We're releasing videos by the week, and go check out Cliff 3 Tea, as Denny said, and follow us on all the social platforms. So we'll see you guys next time.